Welcome to Zombie Tactics. You know, in spring they say, a young man's fancy turns to love. Well, by that same reckoning, it's late October and my fancy turns to the undead. I have it on good authority from Mr. Jimbo Fox that the unholy have begun rising, and it's time for us to put them down once again this season. So, in line with that, I wanted to share with everybody my personal zombie eradication toolkit, and let's just have at it. Every sensible zombie hunter needs at least one good sidearm. For me, that's going to be the Glock 22. It's 40 caliber, extremely reliable. It's a gun built for war. Now I know what you're saying, the Glock 22 is in 40 caliber. That doesn't have maximum capacity and it may not be the most popular round out there. It does happen to be the gun used by local law enforcement where I live though, so I think that'll work just fine. In my toolkit, my tool bag that you'll see later, I've got a 40 to 9mm conversion barrel that pops right in here in about 30 seconds, so I can instantly turn this into a 9mm pistol and use Glock 17 magazines with it. So I've got kind of the best of both worlds in that respect. It goes into a Serpa 2 level holster right there. Great retention, it's not going anywhere, I can run around, comes out really easy. I'm ready to cap me some dead guys. Well, you know, while we're on the subject of high capacity magazines and things like that, it goes without saying that the world's fastest magazine change is just having another gun. So along those lines, we'll have the Ruger SR9C, my current favorite 9mm pistol, and that's going to be tucked carefully into the pocket of the zombie hunting jacket. This zombie hunting jacket has done me well over the years, battling the hordes of the undead, and I expect it to do well this season as well. But we're not done yet. Hey, you know, if one is none and two is one, three might be almost enough. As a backup pistol and for close-up work, I've got the Ruger LCP here, and this is going to get tucked into an Uncle Mike's number 10 inside the waistband holster here in kind of a modified appendix carry position. That's 5 rounds of .380, magazine fed. I've got a few magazines to go, and that should do me just well. Well, let's see. 1 is none, 2 is 1, I guess 3 is 2, 4. If it gets really bad and I'm down to my last few rounds, here we've got the Ruger LCR, and that's going to get tucked into the other pocket of the tactical zombie hunting jacket, assuming it'll fit today. Well, you know, I know what you're saying. That's all handgun zombie tactics. I thought you'd be a little bit better equipped than that. And needless to say, there isn't much that you can't do with a few rounds of buckshot. And along those lines, I've got the Mossberg 590 A1 shotgun here. That sound doesn't scare zombies, but what comes out the end of this will definitely deal with their noggins. Of course, I gotta have my hands free sometimes, so that's gonna go right into this back scabbard so that I can carry it around and still have my hands free to use other weapons, open doors, things like that. Get rid of that for the time being. Well, what happens if you just plain run out of bullets? You got to have some options there, right? Well, one of my first options is my Spax 16 combat axe from Ontario. This has seen some use over the years, as you might see, and has a fine axe surface here, a fine spike surface here that's good for everything from piercing zombie noggins to opening doors and manhole covers if you need to make that quick escape. If all else fails, well, you're just not a complete zombie hunter without assuming it comes out of the sheath. The Cold Steel Magnum Kukri. It's got a pretty good long reach. It's ready to be piercing, slacking, hacking. This will deal with a zombie skull extremely effectively. Tying it all together is the Zombie Tactics tactical bag based around the Maxpedition jumbo Versa pack. Here I've got extra rounds, extra tools, some things I probably shouldn't be legally allowed to have. But I'm ready for this zombie hunting season. Now, of course, I'm not stupid enough to go out in the middle of the night hunting zombies all by myself, all by my lonesome, with no protection and just a good selection of guns. So let's go on out to the Zombie Tactics carport and check out the Zombie Tactics assault vehicle. Here you have it. It's based upon a Bearcat SWAT vehicle. It's got a number of appointments. This thing can crash through a brick wall and live to tell about it and probably not even feel it. I've got 6 gun ports on the outside of this, room for all kinds of weaponry, room for 6 or 7 people. As I said, 6 gun ports on the side, 3 on each side. It'll roll over anything. It has a good long range. Gas mileage kind of crappy, but you know, we're trying to stay alive here. And that's the Zombie Tactics assault vehicle. That's Zombie Tactics today, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.